Now at 6 a.m. on WKYT this morning, we're tracking a crime alert in southern Kentucky. Police are searching for a man accused of shooting a woman in the head.
2 of 4 people accused of killing a central Kentucky man on his birthday are headed to court for the first time since being arrested.
Once again, we have some rain in the forecast, scattered showers and thunderstorms today, but once that moves through, picture perfect weather. I'll show you that coming up next.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Top of the morning to you from the WKYT News team, and welcome in. Already some hints of daylight out there on this Monday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. I hope your Smith, not Smoth. Hope your weekend was great. You know, mine was obviously good. I'm trying to be well rested.
Yeah. Did you get there?
Still getting there with a little help from my friend. Yes.
Always. Yeah, it was one of those situations where a lot of folks had almost no rain at all, and some really got a downpour or two.
You know, it was really spotty and inconsistent, Micah. It's kind of maddening.
Yeah, it really is, because a lot of us are wanting that rain on our yards. A lot of us are wanting rain to kind of clear the air and get all this pollen out, which I've seen several pictures, Facebook and Twitter, just that film on your cars. And unfortunately, some of us pick some up, and then you go 5-10 miles up the road, and you're not seeing anything. So it's just very spotty. There's not really a line of storms making their way through where everybody gets in on the mix. Right now, we're looking at a couple of sprinkles outside, but the main activity is still back toward the west and toward the southwest. Temperatures, when you see these, when you see 68 degrees close to 70 degrees in the morning, you know that's not right this time of year. We'll be right around 79. Storms will be likely today at about 70%. Once that moves through the day, then we're looking for nice temperatures to come, and that's going to be our focus after the thunderstorms today. And I'll show you all that, where those temperatures go, coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Let's get to the news on WKYT. We're tracking a crime alert in Pulaski County. That's where police are looking for a man who they say shot a woman in the head.
The shooting happened yesterday on East Highway 452 north of Somerset. The victim was flown to UK Hospital. That's where WKYT's Mark Barber has been making some phone calls this morning. Mark, do you know?
That's right, Rebecca. Mark Showalter is wanted by deputies for the shooting. Investigators say he is on the run and he is armed and dangerous. We're told Showalter stands about 5 feet 10 and weighs 200 pounds. He has blue eyes, gray hair, and a beard. Deputies say the 55-year-old ran from them yesterday morning after a shooting at a home on Highway 452 in Pulaski County. Investigators tell us when they pulled up to the house, they found a woman who had been shot in the head. She was rushed to UK Hospital in critical condition. We called the hospital overnight to check on her, but we're told that an update on her condition is not available. Deputies tell us the suspects in the shooting, Mark and Timothy Showalter, took off in a blue truck after investigators pulled up to the house. Timothy Showalter was arrested after deputies say they tracked him back to his home in Somerset. The 34-year-old will be arraigned this morning on charges of complicity to commit assault as well as burglary. Meantime, investigators are asking anyone with information about Mark Showalter to call them. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much for the update. 6:03 now on WKYT. Today, 2 of 4 suspects are heading to court for the first time since a man was shot to death in Clark County.
WKYT's Hillary Thornton is there live. Hillary, what have we learned about the case this morning?
Attaway and Christy Mattingly will be in court here in Clark County for the first time facing those charges in connection with the murder of Roy Combs. 46-year-old Attaway was the first arrest made in the case, followed by Kurt Garrett, Christopher Coleman, and Christy Mattingly. Kentucky State Police say they were all involved in the shooting death of Roy Combs. Combs was found Wednesday morning near a rock quarry in Clark County after what police say they believe was a planned shooting. Police tell us all 4 charged in the case are from Richmond. However, Garrett and Coleman were arrested in Columbus, Ohio, after a caller tipped police off to their whereabouts. Now, at last check, those 2 men arrested in Ohio have not been booked yet here in Clark County. Mattingly and Attaway are scheduled for arraignment on those charges at 9 o'clock this morning. Live in Clark County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Police in southern Kentucky are searching for a group of people who seriously hurt a woman during a home invasion. Deputies in Laurel County say those suspects broke into a home on Old Union Church Road south of London. And once inside, deputies say they robbed a woman and hit her with a weapon. She has been flown to the hospital with serious injuries. Police say they are looking for a white pickup truck that may be linked to the crime. Well, a horrible story you may have heard about over the weekend. A shootout between rival motorcycle gangs out in Waco, Texas, has killed at least 9 people.
Police say bikers from up to 5 gangs showed up at a Twin Peaks restaurant Sunday to work out problems. A fight started and quickly escalated. 9 were killed, 18 were hurt. Police continue to question several of the gang members. A military aircraft crash in Hawaii has killed 1 Marine. The aircraft made a hard landing yesterday at Bellows Air Force Station. A witness took a video of the scene. You can see the heavy flames and look at that thick black smoke there. 21 other Marines on board were taken to hospitals to be checked out. The Marine Corps says the crash happened during what's called routine sustainment training. An investigation is underway. In Iraq, about 500 people, both civilians and Iraqi soldiers, thought to have been killed over the last few days as the city of Ramadi fell to the Islamic State group. The local government says about 8,000 people have fled Ramadi. The Islamic State seized control of the Anbar province on Sunday, sending Iraqi forces fleeing.
Amtrak trains traveling between Philadelphia and New York are starting up once again this morning for the first time since Tuesday's deadly derailment. And also up and running will be a speed control system for northbound trains in the area of the crash. The system already had been operating on the southbound tracks. The northbound train derailed in Philadelphia, taking a curve at more than 100 miles per hour. The first train out is set to have left just a couple of minutes ago. A massive storm system dumping heavy rain on tens of thousands of people from Texas to Minnesota. The rain is causing flash flooding as rivers and streams overflow their banks. The National Weather Service says more severe storms could develop later today in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris and First Alert Defender.
And looking on Defender this morning with a few sprinkles here and there, and that's about all. I mean, there's really not much going on. It's kind of a calm morning for most. But what we're going to be seeing is some increase, not just in temperatures, but also that rain chance. There are your sprinkles down south. This will not affect any of your plans. Kids going off to the bus stop will not be affected by this whatsoever. But you got to look a little bit farther south and to Tennessee and also places into the Mississippi Valley region. There is not your front. Your front is still back toward the west. And what does that mean? Well, you won't feel that cooler air for quite some time. It'll be tomorrow afternoon that you start to feel that. But your actual prefrontal stuff is well ahead, and it's heading in our direction. Expect scattered thunderstorms again for today, but they're very spotty. Mountain Parkway looks good at 64, Richmond at 66. A lot of us sitting there in the 60s, and a lot of us will experience what we experienced yesterday. You'll get a little rain here and there, go 5-10 miles south, north, whatever, and you'll pick up roughly an inch of rain. I mean, it's just like that. Those thunderstorms, garden variety thunderstorms, it's what we like to call it, scattered in toward the afternoon. You get the heavy rain, you'll get the lightning, possibility of some small hail and light wind or a little bit of strong wind, but I just don't expect severe weather for today. However, you can't ever rule that out with a front moving through this time of year. Hit and miss storms out and about. That's what everybody's talking about. A lot of us kind of had our plans not canceled, but they put a damper on it this past weekend, and some of us got very lucky. Boy, did Richmond and EKU get lucky. Man, that shower or that thunderstorm faded away, and then they had a double rainbow. That was really cool. I'll try to get a picture of that and show you earlier. Eyeing that nice weather ahead, a much better field. So what does that mean? Yard work. This is what you need to do. Scattered today. Don't even worry about doing yard work today. Wait till tomorrow or Wednesday because that pollen forecast is continuing to drop because of this rain and also that nice pleasant air sliding on in. There's your 7-day forecast and what you can expect. 73 tomorrow. That'll be a really, really good day. And then we hit Wednesday. We're talking about 69 degrees. Look at these temperatures, upper 60s, lower 70s, and that is your look the next few days. This will be a stretch, Rebecca, of really nice temperatures. I know you get a shot at some rain Wednesday into Thursday, but remember, that's mainly as the sun goes down. So much of your day is going to be dry on Wednesday, much of your day is going to be dry on Thursday. So all week, I think this is really nice weather ahead, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it too.
How's the throat?
It's getting better. It's getting there.
Still drinking that hot tea?
No, I got rid of the hot tea.
Oh, okay.
I got hounded by that this weekend going to all those events. So.
All right. Well, glad you're feeling better. And each morning we bring you weather and traffic together. Here's Officer Don with a look at what's happening out on the roads.
Good morning. Well, no wrecks on the circle. That's how we get to start off this morning. And we just checked Clay's Mill from Man-O-War down to Harrodsburg Road. In between, nothing major yet. We're watching traffic flow approaching Jesse Clark and Lexington Catholic in that area, but we seem to be handling things okay. As we get a live look outside, we'll show you I-75 and 64, the northern split. Alumni closed between Nicholasville and Tates Creek. It'll be that way for a while for that project. On our Waze map, normal traffic flow at the moment. No problems toward downtown. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, Don, thank you so much. And Officer Nutt and Deanna are over there on 98.1 The Bull. When you get in your car this morning, tune them in and listen to some good music and fun. The time this morning is 6:10, and it's so good to have you with us here on WKYT this morning.
We've got a scam alert from a Central Kentucky small business owner. We'll tell you more about that.
And a mouth-watering addition to the menu at one fast food chain comes just in time for summer.